Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I am here to do a reading for you. We are still in this new moon eclipse energy and solar eclipse energy in Sagittarius. So very powerful eclipse. So I hope you felt it in a good way. So found something while I was kind of purging my house today, and so I wanted to share it with you. And it's a blessing. In the quiet of this day, may you know the greatness of your spirit, and may your hopes fly on the wings of possibility. And that it was created by Mary Ann Rodmacher. So I got this actually, see if I can show it to you, at I bought it at a thrift store. But it's just a little blessing that's written. So I thought I'd share it with you. I've had it for years. I used to have it in my kitchen, and so now I have it here so I can see it. So that blessing to you, my friends, thank you for being here. All right, let's get started. I have pre-shuffled. The energies are, they're stable, but it feels like I'm hearing the worst is over, that the big purge has happened, and I definitely have a shift in perspective, and it's just a lighter energy. It's like that heavy purge energy is gone. But let's see what's coming through. I'm actually going to shuffle. I knew there was beyond the threshold of fear and the angel Rasbar 27 and 25. Don't normally get to. So let's see. This is the Rumi deck. Let's start with beyond the threshold of fear. Enter the lion jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back like a bar behind a door. So this is conquering your fear. This is, after so long you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, to even have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken in delight in the light and the sound of your divine being. So we are overcoming that fear. We're crossing the fear threshold to no longer is it going to bind us. It's kind of like Eight of Swords energy. We're coming out of having it control us or being controlled by it. So let's then see what the angel Rasbar. Tell me the truth, I asked love. What are you? I am everlasting life, love said. I am the reoccurring joy of living. Okay, so we're overcoming the fear of really embracing our authentic self and living our life at such a high frequency that it changes how we manifest, it changes our belief system, it changes our peer groups, it changes the way we perceive love. So we held on to that fear for so long because we were afraid of the change. But now we're embracing the change, and now we're embracing the absolute joy of living. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. So if you have some idea that you've kind of been fearful of bringing forward to the world, this is your answer. This is the time to do it. Put aside your fear. Just imagine what you would do if you weren't afraid. So put aside your fear and go for it. And then embrace the absolute joy. I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza this morning, and it makes such perfect sense that we should live our lives at such a high frequency because it's so good for our bodies, not just our spirit, but it heals our bodies. And there's some work to do to get into that really high frequency, but fear is a low frequency vibration, and it holds you back. It keeps you from manifesting. So this is all about releasing the fear, conquering your fear, being open to joy, being open to these really high vibrations coming into your life after this eclipse, and then seeing where it takes you. Rejection. That's one of the things we've been fearing. And look, it's an artist. He's fearing rejection of his art. That's exactly what we were talking about, that gift to the world. That if you had a gift to the world, that divine love is going to help shield you from that gift. And we also have vanity. Vanity is a way of protecting ourselves from fear of rejection. Destiny and prayer. And look how he's being very prayerful and how their prayer. So destiny and prayer is going to help you. Praying to have the courage to walk on your sacred path is going to help you bring in this higher frequency joy. That's beautiful. All right, so let's pull some tarot cards on each of these. Feels like two messages. If you do this, this is what's going to happen. The if-then statement. But just fear holds us back. So we have been programmed to be afraid. And now we're beyond that. We've released that fear and the relationship that we have with fear. All right, so let's talk about... I want to just talk about the message about higher vibration. I think we don't need to clarify that at all, but let's see what's coming in. 10 of Cups in reverse. So 10 of Cups, you can't be in this really high vibration if you don't transition out of your stalemate with fear. It's like the Two of Swords. You can't move forward because you're holding yourself back. And you're keeping this 10 of Cups from coming in because you can't manifest a 10 of Cups if you're living in fear. And actually, the fear frequency is rejecting this 10 of Cups. And here we have the Sun. And it came out in the challenge position, so I'm going to leave it that way. And we'll see further down the reading if it's meant to stay there. The Sun is everything you were hoping for, but you can overcome this. The Sun is powerful. It's shining a light on this fear, and you're conquering that. Here we have, speaking of conquering, there's the Six of Wands right there. And the Nine of Pentacles. Absolutely. That Nine of Pentacles is self-sustaining, self-abundance, self-reliance. You are just taking care of yourself, and you have overcome this fear. So now you're just like, I can do anything. Here we have the Three of Wands and Judgment. Then these came out together. That's the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. I told you that Eight of Swords was coming. This is where you were. It was stifling your development because you were being very self-protective from this fear. But you're overcoming it. You're conquering your fear. And that's part of your ascension journey. Look how she's climbing that ladder in the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands to me is your manifestation card, but it's also your expectations. And you are coming from a lower vibration to a higher vibration because you no longer stay in that fear frequency. And that's part of your ascension. And look how the Sun, it's almost like the Sun is here. You're climbing toward the Sun, and then this Ten of Cups is right there. It's right under the Sun. All you have to do is release the fear. Anything else we need to know about this? Kind of a short reading, isn't it? Pretty straightforward, though. Six of Swords, yeah. We have Six of Wands, Six of Swords. That's always a nice combination because once you conquer or achieve this, once you have attained that success, then things are much easier, much more stable and smooth. You don't have the turbulence in your life. Fear creates a lot of turbulence because we avoid things we're afraid of. There's the Five of Swords. Self-sabotage. That fear is self-sabotage. Pull one more. I may do another little reading after this. This is a very short reading. Oh dear. Well, it just got a little complicated. Here we have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. Yeah, you can't move forward. If you're in a divine counterpart situation, you can't move forward. That's why this Ten of Cups is being withheld from this fear frequency. Union is also sabotaged when you are in this fear frequency. So here we have the Empress and the Seven of Coins. So invest a little time and work in getting into this really high frequency Empress energy. And then you're going to see all of these cards go into the upright instead of the reverse. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. It's going to affect all of your relationships, and if you're a divine counterpart, this higher frequency brings in your counterpart. I'm going to leave it there. Good luck. Namaste.